About 3 years ago, Brett and Casey were watching University of Arizona basketball coach Lute Olson lead his team to yet another victory. During a timeout, Brett was reminded of Chuck Woolery's catchphrase that all commercial breaks lasted 2 and 2. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Not wanting to miss any of the game, Brett told Casey, "I'll bet I can run to Jay's, buy a drink, and run back in under 2 minutes." And Casey was like, "No." And Brett was like, "Yeah." So Brett ran, and the first ever Jay's time was 2:05:34. Not fast, but it sparked the idea of the Jay's run. And then everyone started to run. And times were dropping with nearly every attempt until Brian Peterson set a record of 1:04:71, and everyone said,
"Great, good job. Really good job."
That record stood for 9 months until race inventor Brett Spackman achieved his dream of holding the record with a time of 1:01:10. And Melissa said,
Nice.
Good job.
However, 20 minutes later, Rob Hanks finished a run and broke Brett's record by 0.15 of a second, and everyone said, "Whoa." In his post-race interview, Rob predicted someday someone will come along and break the minute mark. Well, one night, after the sun went down and the cameras weren't rolling, a man named Hans Hubrick broke the minute mark. And everyone was speechless.
I think people want to run the race because it's just a unique race. I mean, whenever you tell someone about it, they're like, "Oh, I want to get down." It just combines so many things of speed, agility, and luck. You know, you could die. You could die in the middle of the road. You know, and there's something about a little bit of the danger that's kind of fun.
At first glance, the run to Jay's appears to be a simple race. Run to the store, buy a drink, and run back. You can use whatever route you want, but in practice, the race is deceptively complex and more than a little dangerous.
There are a lot of things to be considered with the Jay's run. There's that first stretch where you want to make good time on that first stretch. You want to come off the porch and get down to the corner as fast as you can.
Once I hit the corner, I'm thinking, okay, don't get hit by a car.
The biggest danger, of course, is the traffic.
Oh, I forgot about the traffic.
Traffic is usually the biggest hurdle. On some days, it's smooth sailing, while on others, you can barely cross the street. And for every racer, it's the luck of the draw.
Then once I get into Jay's,
I'm always thinking, open the soda cooler, open the soda cooler.
give Jay the money, and then back again out the door. I just hope I don't run into someone walking along the street.
There's been a lot of discussion this time around about saving some for the return trip. I think all of us tried to run as hard as we could to Jay's, and then you stop and have to turn around and return, and that's mentally draining.
Second time back is kind of the hardest because you're tired already and you don't know if you're going to have the speed to just make it past that one car.
And then that home stretch, that's the toughest part. That's the part I don't like at all.
I will cry the day someone gets hit doing a run to Jay's because can you imagine their funeral and their obituary? They died getting a Coke.
Right before the Jays race, the only thing going through my mind is, like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to go.
Anytime a race starts, I get really, really nervous. I don't really think. I get very serious.
Last time I got kind of nervous beforehand. I think that kind of saps your energy.
Before I start, I think mostly about the race I want to run.
I think I would be running a little bit nervous because I know I'm coming up on a street, so that might make me hesitate a little bit. So I just hope I don't hesitate.
All you think is, man, it's just like 1 minute of torture and then I'm done.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
I think I start off real strong.
You got to keep fast for longer. That's probably my strength.
One of the biggest things I'm thinking about is wondering what traffic pattern I'm going to get.
It's more than training. Someone can be fast, but they'll be timid once they get into J's.
It's all about buck 35 and running right out. Some people spend too much time in there. You got to cruise.
Someone's gonna get hit by a car, but until that happens, it doesn't seem we seem invincible.
It's a tough run back with the soda sometimes because it can bog you down when you're trying to push with your arms.
Coming back on the home stretch, that's like the hardest part.
It's the worst part of the race.
You know you're almost there, but you're not there yet. And you really have to push.
A few things have changed since the 2003 Jays run. The track was officially measured to help the athletes train more effectively. A flower bed was planted in the neighbor's yard directly in front of the starting gate. Last year's runners had a straight chute. This year's runners are obligated to go around it. And Jay made a change himself. The prize bottle of soda every runner seeks now requires each athlete to carry an extra dime. The 2004 Jays run pits the current champion and all former champions against each other to decide once and for all who is the best. A few wild cards were allowed into the race based on a qualifying time that proved competitive with the champs.
It's all about beating Hans. It's all about beating Hans. I mean, I don't like the guy. I don't like him at all.
I think Nate could win very easily.
I think we might have this meet and the record stands as is.
I'll tell you who I'd like to win. I'd like me to win.
I don't think I'm going to be able to run this year, which is truly disappointing. I mean, I'll be back, but, you know, I'll be a year older and probably a little slower.
Our society is so based on competitiveness and beating the next person, and it doesn't matter how old you are, you want to win.
Boy, that's a tough question. Who's going to win?
Maybe Kelly could beat me.
I'd like to say that I'd win, but that'd be pretty conceited.
Hans's record will be very, very tough to beat.
I think maybe I'd have to put my money on Hans.
Once again, I will be champion of the Jays run, without a doubt.
Welcome to my tournament champion. Wow.
On your mark. Get set.
Here we go!
So.
What?
So what? What's up? What's up, man?
The era may have ended. I got messed up on the transaction. There was some guy at the counter. Threw me off. Took a while to get the bottle out of the cooler, too.
Hans Hubert didn't break his record, and with only 3 athletes remaining, all of them wild cards, the chances of a new record time at the 2004 Jays run seemed unlikely. However, for Nate, Dave, and Eric, this was their opportunity, and one they took more seriously than anyone would have expected.
I'm running it for posterity. I want my kids to be able to see this and know that their dad at one time was able to run faster than they can.
It's fun to win, and so sometimes, when we get older, we don't get as many chances to win, particularly in like athletic events, individual athletic events like running.
I've been doing a lot of running on the beach, weightlifting. This is quite a sprint. You got to be taking it seriously. If you want to be a champion, you got to practice like a champion.
That was better than my trial run, I think. It felt better. I had perfect traffic the whole time. I was able to cut like exact diagonal line from the corner to the store both times. And thing that stinks is I slammed the money, went to grab the soda, and I missed the door the first time. And then I had to grab it again, so that cost me a little bit. And then having to go around the van, a little scary, especially because we had a spill earlier, so I was afraid I was going to go down around the van. I did do it for posterity and all, but, I bet my kids can beat it easily. They'll have better shoes.
By any man, like Carl Owens could come and run this race. Carl Owens, the track, Carl Lewis.
There's even like a tree root that juts out onto the sidewalk and causes obstacles, and I just am afraid that I'm going to trip, and I don't want to trip for several reasons. It's embarrassing. My time will be really slow, and I could skin my knee.
I like Jay quite a bit. The only thing I've really ever said to him is $1.25, and he says okay. So, but he seems like a nice kid, doing a good business there on the corner. Just glad I can support him there.
Well, I used to like to play Frogger a lot on my Atari. That's That's sort of like the Run to Jays, and I really like that game.
So how come you're so slow?
Like I'm not slow. I just didn't run all that fast.
Why aren't you fast?
I don't know.
I liken the Run to Jays to a beautiful woman with no personality. You are simultaneously repelled and attracted. There's a definite love-hate relationship there.
Well, just have to keep trying. I'm gonna break that benchmark if it kills me.
We might.
We might.